Hello and welcome to today's Ascension stream. How is everyone today? So it has been a very interesting month, and dare I say, I don't want to touch wood right now, a bit easier than last month. Last month was very difficult, and we were pushing a lot, and we were tested a lot, and transmuting a shit ton of darkness. So hello to everyone who's watching. If you're watching on any other social media platform, come over to YouTube, subscribe, like this stream, say hello. I'm interacting with those beings on YouTube. Please do share this stream. We need to get this knowledge out so we can illuminate the world. So it's a very interesting thing because there's so many beautiful beings who are here to do big things, but they're stuck in separation and they're doubting themselves. And the beautiful, amazing beings that are here to do this massive job, they are the ones that have been cast aside and cast against. They are these beautiful souls who are seekers and who flow and go where their heart resonates, and they tend to give and not receive anything in return. So if that's you, let me know. This journey for the last 6 years has been very interesting, and the journey has been searching for my why. Like, who am I? Why am I here? Who do I serve? And how do I do this? So for the last 6 years, I've been healing and building or uncovering this healing program, this ascension program. And in time, when spirit gives me the cue and says it's time, I will get to share these ascension tools with other beings so they can heal, to uncover their divine blueprint, to exit this 3D realm, this realm of separation, this Antichrist program, to flow with creation and flow, they're just saying natural, with the natural flow of life, because you are a divine infinite being who has been trapped in this material realm of separation. And because of all the frequencies contained within you, and because you lack the energetic protection that you need to be able to break free, because it's a thing, it's healing and protection, healing for greater protection. That's how it works. So in the old world, there's so many techniques for shielding and protecting one's energy, but in the grand scheme of things, it's very, very limited. And the healing tools on this planet that are available are very, very limited because they are all fixed in separation. In saying that, I'm here to find those light workers and those healers, those shadow workers, those seekers, those beings that are, they're saying independent, who are independent. They're saying, I'm just saying the word independent. So, all right, let me have some water. I'm just wondering what this independent is all about. So I'm just going to take a moment and say, hey, Thomas. Hey, Karen, Dee, Shane, Ange, Sue, Jerry, Raluca, Rainbow Warrior, Mel. Awesome. I'm so glad you guys are here. Yeah, so that's always been a very hard part of this journey. So for the last 6 years, I've been searching for my why. Why am I here? And who do I serve? And as I've been healing and unlocking these interdimensional gateways and growing multidimensionally, that shifts and it changes. And I find it extremely difficult because of this realm of separation. There's so many beautiful beings that are scattered throughout this planet that are here to do this. And it's this really, it's just this struggle, because it's so the beings that have come here for big things, to anchor this divine light, the knowledge of Christ, to be able to assist this planet in awakening and this spiritual evolution, it's very unique. Everyone has a very unique mission here, because what we have is everyone at the end of the road is source, is this divine, infinite, multidimensional being, is divine, is a freaking angel, right? But trapped in this material realm, fixed and locked, like the interdimensional gateways that beings need to move through are absolutely locked. There's an access code. Beings need access to get through these interdimensional gateways, to actually be in resonance with them, to be like, how do I say it? So what happens with things like, they're bringing up meditation, with things like meditation, beings can meditate and raise their level of consciousness and raise their frequency. But what happens when they go back to their day-to-day, it's like they fall back down because they haven't done the healing. So hang on, what's Spirit trying to say? So there's like, so what we have here is this unique healing for ascension program from the source, so you can return home. I share the knowledge from that realm. It's very, there's some distraction energies around here. So it's funny because I've got a ring light there and there's an ant walking around in it, which is very distracting. Absolutely, Thomas. Knowledge is power. So I'm here to share the knowledge that I've attained in this ascension, embodying Christ, and share the word of God. So God is actually you. God is the source. So God is that individual aspect that plugs into the source, but is the one. So I've embodied God, and I'm sharing this word, the messages, from this frequency, and I'm here to illuminate the way, because beings can do this. There are the capabilities now because they've been blessed to us through the God source. And so this is that time where this second coming of Christ is here. But it's not one person. This is about the 144 ascension. So there's a lot to unpack in this unpack in this live stream. So I've had to do something that no one else on this planet has done, and I'm here. I've continued Yeshua's mission because that's my masculine aspect. So I've done this before. I came back to do it again. I'm in the feminine now, and I've balanced my masculine and my feminine energy. So right now, this Yeshua, this character, it's a mind, it's really, because this is a multidimensional infinite truth. And you've got to understand that what I'm sharing is to serve you guys so you can see it from a different angle, a different perspective, and understand how the spiritual realm works, how the all one works, because everything is you. Everything is you. Everything is contained within you. You are a universe. Now, I've walked the path to embody this, to know this, to understand this. And it's not easy. Accessing this knowledge isn't easy because the spiritual realm throws lessons at me so I can better know myself. And that's what's happening with you. So everything that's happening to you is happening for you and your growth. So right now, what we need to do and what we need to understand is everything in our external realm is coming at us because it is us. It's a lesson for us. It's something that we need to heal within us. So a lot of negative people, behaviors are being attracted to you to teach you this lesson, because spirit is doing this for your growth ultimately. So it feels horrible. It feels dark. And just like last month, we were undergoing so many, we were pushing through the darkness. And it's by pushing through the darkness that we find our light, that we light up more. Okay, because right now humanity are trapped in this very dark program where there's many beings that worship God, but they're actually worshiping the devil. They are worshiping Satan in the name of God. We've got this master deceiver, this devil, this Satan, this character, where beings are fixed into this system of deception, and they are blindly worshipping this idol, this jealous God of darkness, this creator God of the dark. So this is very hard. And also those beings that are worshipping this devil, they are also waiting for the second coming of Christ. See, I'm just putting all these religions into a basket, okay? Because that hasn't been my life's work, getting fixed into religion and reading books and wasting time, because it's that for me, that's a time waster. For other beings, if that's what you have done, that's brilliant, because you've done that for a reason. So we need, like I said, we need beings. The 144 are beings from all around the planet, all different ways. They have had all these different, unique lives, and they have followed this path, their unique path, because everything that they've done, everything that you've done in your life is important and is a lesson, and it's yet to be uncovered. So those beings that are open to this and open to the truth and open to the God of light, the source, the truth, the divine, the one. It's very interesting because I'm seeing the word religion and this system and these books that have been written, and there's so much. This is this path where it doesn't matter what I say, right? I'm here to guide you on this journey. I've come to this in my way, the way that spirit has guided me. I have fully trusted and surrendered to spirit, and day by day, week by week, month by month, spirit gives me tests to help me do that more profoundly. There's been a lot of fear that I've had to break through to speak my truth and share this truth, because people are so programmed into those old world systems of belief, those religious programs, spiritual systems, new age systems, basically separation. Everyone is in separation, and it's all because of the beliefs and the systems that have been created. These are the bars. The beliefs are the separation. Is the deception. They are the lies. The beliefs block us and keep us separate from one another, from the actual truth of what we are. And we are one. We are divine, infinite, freaking, just beautiful, and just infinite beings. We are eternal. And I'm just seeing an angel now, the temperance angel. I'm seeing the temperance angel on that tarot card. I'm not sure what that card means, but temperance. I want to know what temperance means. You're welcome, Thomas. Yeah, it's really hard to. It gets easier week by week, because I'm continuously healing to break down those barriers, to share this and to try and create that, because the thing is, because we are all one, and because I have to not I've healed myself, but I'll never be healed, and we will never be healed because we are one another. So part of speaking my truth, it's very difficult because there's so much resistance, because there's a lot of beings that there's so much resistance because of the programs. And so I'm just gonna hang on. I'm just gonna put some peppermint in my water. I just need some. Need something for my throat chakra to open it up a little bit. It feels very. So the way that you guys can help me the most is by joining us here every week and doing what you guys are doing, sharing, because this is about cooperation. Oh, that is so funny. Okay. And they just reminded me of the ant, right? And nature and how nature works it's all about cooperation and working together, and everyone having a very specific role. So there is no judgment. There is just this, again, they're showing me the word cooperation. And in the animal kingdom, like they're bringing up ants and how these work together, bees as well, So it's about this cooperation and us understanding that we are one with Mother Earth, and it is up to us to heal ourselves, because that's how we heal the planet, how we support the planet. And there's a lot of light that needs to be brought through to this planet. So right now I'm sitting pretty in 0 point, the source. I'm at that cross section of the infinite in this now moment, this present moment. And that's what we all need to do. We all need to operate from this very steady ground where we are not fixed in one way, right? Because this is about breaking free of duality, okay? This polarity, because that's 1, 2, isn't it? And it's very separate. 1, 2, very separate. But it's this third aspect, this aspect of consciousness, that is the connection here, that is the balance. So I'm just seeing the scales, right? And that I'm just seeing the balance. So this is why that now moment is so important. And I mentioned meditation before. We have these beings that are sitting in meditation, and they're in that now moment. Because they are in that now moment, and they're just being, right? The spirit and that physical body, it's like it not bridges the gap, but I'm just seeing the spiritual self and that physical self, so the higher self and the lower self, they come closer, right? So it's like, and in doing that, in tuning deeper into the field through meditation, like I don't meditate ever. I have, in the very beginning of my journey, before my initiation and at the beginning of my initiation to Christ, I was led to Joe Dispenza. So let me know, guys, are you familiar with Joe Dispenza? Because I'm a seeker, okay? And let me know if you resonate with this. Hang on, let me have some peppermint. Let me look at these comments. Absolutely, Thomas. It's this knowledge is within, and by healing, this is how we release the energetic blockages, the separation, to be able to tune deeper into our truth, because ultimately it's our truth. This self-knowledge, knowledge of self, is ultimately the source, but it's this continuously seeking and pushing and healing, right? So right now, humanity have a very limited understanding of who they are, and that's not to discount anyone or put anyone down. It's just a fact. because of all these interdimensional gateways that are absolutely locked. So in time, this ascension program, I grant those beings the keys so they can unlock these interdimensional gateways to move freely, to uncover their blueprint, their Merkaba, so they can balance their masculine and their feminine, come into balance. And when they are in that balance, when they have balanced those, they are able to move through that gateway that the mother and the father has created, that portal. And in doing so, it's like this birth. When this was happening for myself years ago, for myself and the 144, like I'd go live and share with those beings that were assisting me in uncovering this and building this, those 144, I'd go live and share what was happening. And there was one particular day where, so when I was down on that, what would you call it, 14th dimensional level, as I was, it was very interesting because it was all about the blueprint. And then I was granted, when I did that, right, when I uncovered this, I shouldn't talk like it's like happened quick, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, right? This was a journey, and the knowledge, I was receiving the knowledge as it was happening, and the visions, and spirit was taking me and showing me, guiding me what was happening. So at the time, we had the 12 tree grid, the blueprint, and we have, and it's very separate because we have the mother down here on number 10, Sophia, and it's the 10th of May too, which is very interesting that that's coming through. We have Sophia on that 10th spot. There's a tree of life out there, but it's a very deceptive one, just like religion. We have that Kabbalah or whatever it's called. That is a very deceptive tree of life because that's the actual trap. And there are more spots to that. But at that time, because, okay, so they want me to bring up, in history, things come through when they're meant to come through, and they come through in a way to support on that. Okay, so what are you saying? Hang on, let me have some more water. Hey, and when we have a look at the word self, this is something that Spirit's shown me quite a bit, is if you look at it backwards, okay, it's flesh, right? So H is that structure of, there's this structure, all right? It's very masculine, that H. And it's this, it's this symbol. The letter H is a symbol for structure and building. And one of the things that they always come through a few times, the word self, they're like, S is the symbol for flow, the feminine. So we have the H that is masculine, and that's the symbol for masculine. And we have the S, and that's the symbol for the feminine. So we have the S for feminine and the H for masculine. So they are two very important symbols for this truth to be disclosed. Hey, Eric. Now we are in this flesh suit. And if we have a look at that first chakra, we're going off track here. We have a look at that first chakra, which is red. So I'm here to offer beings the red pill. So this is this journey of beginning this knowledge of self, is this red pill. That first chakra, because all humanity are operating from survival mode right now. And the 144, for them to ascend, they need to be able to heal, and heal their energetic body, heal their DNA, heal, and to uncover their blueprint. And so it starts with the red. And this journey, when I sort of moved up and came back around, went back down to the bowels of hell and connected with Yahweh and Thoth and all those, and anyway, that wasn't very fun. And then I went up to the access point of the infinite where my throne is. So I'm a bridge to heaven and hell. I've been there. I've dug myself out of hell. I've done everything that it's taken to unlock all those interdimensional gateways to the 48D. And then when I unlocked that, I moved into the infinite. So, but it's been a journey, and you guys can watch my journey on YouTube, watch my videos in descending order. And there's so much content that I have that's there that is nowhere right now. It's like just sitting there, not getting viewed. So, but yeah, so, but that's membership one. So there's videos in my membership. But it's been a journey. It's been an absolute journey, and it's been very, very difficult because it's just me doing it on my own, being guided by spirit, and trying to just one foot in front of the other. And okay, so yeah, no, I'm not the 144. I'm Christ. I'm here to bless beings with the tools so they can be in resonance with the 144,000. So yeah, so the 144 that you're talking about is a deception. That's old world, that's outdated. That's not what this is. So it's up to you to open your mind and see the truth. And if you can't, this place isn't for you. Yeah, yeah, lots of programming there, lots of deception, lots of fear, Wesley. So these people will attack because it goes against their programming. And it's a very sad thing to see, but the beings that can see past it and they can see the light and they've come here for this, okay, they're what is going to assist these beings. Because imagine being in the bowels of hell, worshipping Satan and not even knowing it, thinking that you're all good, and you're not. And imagine that. Imagine that's where humanity are. And it's what these beliefs do. And yeah, Wesley, I call judgment on you, my friend. Okay. So I've embodied Satan. I've embodied God. I am the one. Everything is you. And yeah, yeah. So it's funny. It's watching the comments, right? It's these beliefs that bind and that block and that keep beings fixed into this certain way of thinking. Because at the end of the day, the one, the source, the true God, the most high, the one that I'm a messenger for, my friend, imagine, it's funny. It's so funny. It's so ironic that beings spew this negativity, and they believe that they're in the know, when this type of behavior, it doesn't stem from the one. It stems from not knowing who you are. It stems from separation. It stems from beliefs. It's very, very sad. But yeah, but people like this don't deserve our energy if they're going to see. All right, so thank you, Wesley, for sharing all this valuable content, because it's showing how how deluded people really are, and how they are trapped in the illusion, and how they are waiting for something. Like, you're going to be waiting and waiting and waiting. Like, you are actually speaking up against the Christ, the one that's come to help. And so you need to make a choice what side you're going to fall on. Are you going to join the Christ and open your mind and relearn everything, release all that crap that you've been programmed with by the devil, and actually be a part of building something and anchoring heaven on earth? Or are you going to side with Satan and be ignorant? Because there's a lot you don't know, my friend. Okay, and the more fixed you are to these old world systems and these beliefs, this separation, the more you side with the Antichrist. You are embodying the Antichrist. But it's just this beautiful thing where everything is contained within you. And it takes you stepping away, and here that independence is coming up. So before we mentioned independent, this is about becoming this God sovereign free. And it's those beings that are independent, right? And they have that thought, that independent thought, this thought that comes from within. They're not controlled and programmed by all these old world, outdated ways and teachings, beliefs, the separation, the Antichrist. Some water. So what it takes is the choice. The Christ is returned. You are seeing the Christ, Yeshua, freaking Nadine, coming through right now. And because of the spiritual blindness, because this is a journey of spirit, the Holy Spirit being spiritually whole, I've embodied that. I share that message. Okay, just because it doesn't look all, it's not the same rose-colored glasses. I'm me, and that's who I will always be. Just because I've done this doesn't mean I have to. Okay, so this is the personas. They're bringing up the personas. So we have a lot of beings that are wearing masks, and a lot of beings that follow the old ways, and they're trapped in this system, and they're playing a role, and I'm just saying the word persona. So this journey to embody Christ, to be the embodiment of God, they want me to say that I'm the embodiment of God. And if you speak against me, you speak against the one. You're speaking against yourself, your truth, right? So you are going to suffer in this hell unless you make the choice to heal, to know yourself, to be, there's again, they're saying independent. This is about you becoming God sovereign free. This isn't about following the pack, because if you're a follower, guess what? If you're following those old systems, if you're aligning your energy to the Antichrist, to Satan, the devil, because that's what you're doing, my friend, because you're speaking ignorance, because you don't know, and you're speaking against the embodiment of God, the person that's here to help you, to guide you home. It's funny. So I'm just saying saved. Let's see. See, people like this, if they don't deserve this energy at all. Let's just shut. Exactly. Let's not give Wesley any energy because he's in a timeout now. He's been a very naughty little boy. And but again, at the same time, he has really illuminated the darkness and the control that the devil holds over beings who are just followers, because they will probably always be followers. And the Christ is here to share the truth of the divine. And the truth conflicts with all those old programs. And but that was a good learning experience. And obviously Spirit has thrown that at me, so I will learn and grow. And one of the things that Spirit is really pushing me with is like just ignoring the hate, ignoring the fear, and not giving my energy to these beings. But the problem that I have with that, Spirit, is that negative and positive growth can come from both. You know what I mean? So on TikTok and stuff like that, there's been certain times where I'm not for let me see. There's been a couple of times where I've known I shouldn't write back because I can tell their energy straight away with their comment, and then I do, and then it's negative, and then I think, oh, why did I do that? I knew that. So it's like Spirit is exercising my intuition, and it's this fine line. It's like, and this is probably the Spirit is training me to be this teacher, to be this guide, to be this illuminator, because of because I interacted with Wesley. But I feel, I don't know, was that a good lesson that came out of that? Because Spirit has obviously brought that up for us for a reason. Now, one of the things that I've been seeing the last few days is the logo, right? The logo. And what they show me is this light and dark forces. So what we have is, because like I said before, to be this speaker of the divine, I've had to do that journey. To take my throne, to sit in that axis point of the infinite, so that cross section. And I don't even know what I was going to say then. I don't even know what I was going to say then. It was important. Okay, it might come back around. Oh, right. Yeah. So a part of this journey means I've had to embody it all. So on this journey, where I started off in hell, and then I began to uncover the blueprint, and then I moved through that portal and kept moving. So instead of just stopping and being in that frequency of the 144, I kept going. And 15, 16, 17, unlocking all these interdimensional gateways. And then I was in freaking heaven, in God worlds. Again, this is a journey of mind, of consciousness. Okay, so I didn't go flying off anywhere. So I had to move up to heaven. And then I had, like, along that way, I had my divine sacred union. I don't know. We'll have to rewatch the videos because I don't remember right now, because that's not what we're talking about. So anyway, I had to go up there and then come back down, back to hell. And then I was greeted by Thoth. And then I received this key to unlock this Yahweh, to embody Yahweh. And it was this very low, dark energy. So it wasn't what I was used to up in these God worlds, because it was very light and bright and just I felt great. I mean, I didn't feel great. It was this just frequency. I can't explain it. It was like this, felt on top of the world, right? That's not to say I haven't struggled every second of this journey for the last 6 years. Like, it's been very difficult, but it felt lighter. So when I've come down here, it was very heavy. It was dark. I was attracting a lot of darkness, a lot of dark people into a lot of attacks. It was yucky. And then I moved up into that access point. But anyway, it's been this, they keep showing me the last few days the logo, which is the circle with that. So far, Thomas, I haven't felt home anywhere, like, because it's just this constant journey where I'm constantly moving and evolving and accessing new and different knowledge, or returning to places and getting a different angle. But now I'm lucky they're saying I'm locked into that 0 point. It's about maintaining that, they're saying. And what they're showing me is the logo, because there's a lot of beings who have casting against me and making judgment and saying really nasty things to me, and they're actually saying it to the Most High, to the God, because I'm the embodiment of that, meaning I'm just a messenger. They hate when I say just. I'm a messenger sharing this message so other beings can walk this path. And there's beings that are so, just saying, mentally handicapped, so mentally enslaved, like we're talking about with the beliefs. And they are operating from all these emotions of fear and those 7 deadly sins. There's a lot of those that I see beings just. So I like to share with you guys where I'm at and the thoughts that I'm having, because it's very important for the lesson. So this isn't about me putting on a mask saying I'm the embodiment of God, I have my shit together and I know everything. No, that's not what it's like. That's not what this is about. I am just, they're like, oh, okay, justice. Okay, justice. Because I'm like, why am I saying justice? So I will get my justice. And unfortunately, for those that cast against me, it's like this judgment is going to be operating in their life. So again, they're showing the scales. So this is what I'm here to find, those beings that are like me. I'm here to share this truth with the beings that are here to do what I have done. I'm here to guide. And it's very difficult because we're a rare breed. And I'm just real, and I just say it how it is, and that is very, very, very triggering for people. And it's triggering that I'm the knowledge that I'm sharing to begin with. But this ant, oh, it's a flying ant, that one. So what we see out there is a lot of beings who will say one thing and do the other. So they will preach something, and then they don't practice what they preach. Okay. And they attach to these systems, and they attach to these teachings, and they attach to these certain ways, and they like wear a mask, and they get all these followers because they're just regurgitating old world stuff that others hold within the beliefs that they hold within. So these separation models. So this is where those trailblazers is coming through, those way showers. They don't, this is a really difficult one to unpack, because we're coming back to the 144,000, right? So the 144,000, they are yet to be revealed because they haven't done the work, right? If you are 144,000, bar that's that handful, right? The 144, those beings who I know who they are, and they know I know, because we've worked together for the last 6 years doing this, right? So there's only 9. There is only 9. And those beings have worked with me energetically for all this time, and they've actually assisted me at unlocking this, because if it wasn't for their energy and their constant inner work and them showing up and us working together, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here sharing this. So it's myself and those guys, those beings that armed themselves with the healing and the ascension tools, that were doing the inner work. They were actively showing up to receive the latest, the word from the one, that we unlocked all these things. Years ago, the cosmic clock initiation, where myself and the 12, we unlocked magic. That was like on the 22nd of the 2nd, 2022, right? And we kept going and going and going, just being in the now moment. We didn't know what was happening, where we were headed, but whatever. But it was like through the now moment and this revelation of spirit, and those guys choosing to keep moving on this journey with me, that we unlocked so much magic. Like, if it wasn't for them, I would not have been able to do it. Wouldn't. But it's all divine. And beings come to you when they're meant to come to you for a reason. So it's us healing and doing the inner work that is going to keep us raising our frequency, so we can maintain that frequency, not fall back down, right? Because that will happen. Like what I spoke about meditation, right? In meditation, so Thomas, you are not a part of the 144 yet. You may be in the future. Everyone has a very unique path, a unique mission. But this is the second coming of Christ, where I've had to embody and unlock this knowledge, and myself and the founders have had to uncover this to be able to share this healing and ascension tool. So the beings, I know that there's only 9, because it's the blessing that they have received from the God source. And so there's only 9. In the future, there's going to be more when these tools are available. The true beings that are meant to be a part of this history in the making, these builders, they will receive this ascension program and they will do the same thing, and there won't be 9 anymore. So the 144, again, is that number. It's a pattern of creation, and it's something that we must heal to attain. And the way that has to be healed to attain this does not exist on this planet, because there are so many things and factors. There's an infinite amount of frequencies and energies that you need to be able to release. You need to be able to release all these different frequencies, these separations, to be able to heal your vessel. Your vessel is everything, right? Your field, your energy, your DNA, just everything, this body. You need to be able to heal that physical vessel, that spiritual vessel, to contain Christ, to be an avatar of Christ. So only when you receive that Healing for Ascension program, you uncover your blueprint, your Merkaba, and balance everything that you are in this time and space, in this physical body, you are able to move through that gateway, that doorway, that portal, to exit that old world system of separation, to step into this, have your cosmic rebirth, your cosmic Christ rebirth. So I know there's a lot of things that there's a lot of beings out there that believe that they are one of the 144, and you may be in the future, but these beliefs, again, they stem from separation, and your vessel is full of separation, these dark interdimensional gateways where these the demonics, what would you call it, demons, these houses of demons, right? So what we need to do is release, heal, to bring down those dark portals within your vessel, so and contain your energy, so these demonics cannot travel freely within your body. It's just this, it's very interesting the way they show me. It's very dark, it's like these dark portal systems in the vessel. Yeah, so it's a journey, and the beings that are finding us, you're finding us for a reason, because you're getting the opportunity from God to be able to be one of the 144, to ascend. This 144 is a frequency, and you must do the inner work. So emotions, there's so many emotional frequencies within you, all different types of emotional frequencies within you that are lowering your frequency, keeping you locked. And these beliefs, these toxins, these infinite, so many dark force energies, all these different galactic energies, all these different programs running within you, positive and negative, there's still programs, and they are blocking you. So what needs to be done is healing. So everything that you know now, like Thomas, you are an amazing, beautiful soul, and I love your vibe, and I love the way that you speak and all that sort of stuff, right? So what you are now, there is so much more magic to discover. Like you are a divine infinite being. You are a fallen angel. Okay, now is the time to heal, to release that darkness, to be free. This is the spiritual realm, just doesn't gift things willy-nilly. The spirit wants you to work for this. And I have worked my ass off for this, and it has been the most difficult journey, because no one's taught me this. This has all been me going within and connecting with my spiritual self. And when I've earned that, I'm gifted it. So it's this isn't, I'm just seeing the word thought. Our thoughts and humanity's thoughts are infiltrated by the darkness. So at the end of the road, you are source. You are the one eternal mind. You are consciousness. You are a divine, infinite, multidimensional being. But there is a road to walk. There's a lot of beings who have a lot of knowledge, and this knowledge, this ain't crutch. They're saying this knowledge is a crutch. Like, so I'm seeing crutches, like a disability, because it's about knowing how to extract the light from that knowledge, because there's so much information out there, How do you know the actual truth? Because this is multidimensional, And this is spiritual. This is consciousness. And this is us using everything for our growth. So how do you filter out the deception from the truth? That's what this healing program is all about. And in time, this ascension program is all about, because beings actually receive the ascension program, because the blueprint is within you, right? It's up to you to heal, to uncover that. And that's what the ascension program will do. And when in time, when this ascension program is available, because I never know when these things are going to be released, I will take a guess and hazard the 10th month. That's my guess, but spirit doesn't tell me. So this is something that must be earned. And there's a lot of knowledge and there's a lot of information within our system that is not serving us. And it's actually keeping us in this very imbalanced state. Because when we move through the blueprint and the healing tools, the healing, that blueprint, every step of that blueprint relates to a color of the chakra, number one, and a part of the energy body, but also a deeper ability to heal deeper. It's like this, how do I explain it? Every step of that 12 tree grid, there's a certain theme and certain things that need to be healed, and they must be healed before you can move up onto the next spot to be able to heal that. And myself and the 144, we have worked our way through that blueprint. Myself, I have done that, and they are doing this, and we gain clarity and knowledge, like what is actually entailed. We've had to go through it in a really slow way because there's been so much knowledge and so much building of foundations has had to happen. A lot of recording, myself doing a lot of recording, my collective doing a lot of recording, those beings doing the inner work and following their spiritual self and their spiritual lessons. But number one, that first step, that red step, is all about clearing out those emotions, those frequencies, those. Okay, then we're moving. Okay, so they're bringing up the heart. So healing that red, that orange, that yellow, so important. All those parts of the energy body need to be healed, releasing that separation. And as beings work their way through those, they gain greater strength. This is all about accessing and reclaiming our power. And right now, humanity are locked out. It's just a fact. Humanity are absolutely locked. These interdimensional gateways for what we're doing for the 144 are absolutely locked. So the only way to access them is to move with the Christ, because the Christ is a flow of energy in a particular direction. It is flowing through creation in alignment with the source. So that's what the inner circle is, beings getting to connect with that frequency to begin healing. They don't access the healing for ascension program, but they access the healing tools so they can begin to release some of that. So in time, the beings in that membership, they will get to access these ascension tools. And this all requires my energy. So you know what I mean? So I can't I'm showing up here every week for you guys. You guys are showing up every week for the collective. You guys are helping anchor this knowledge, which is such an important role. It's like the most important role, being here, showing up, being subscribed, liking this, sharing this, so we can find other beings to help us do this. And by us doing what Spirit is asking us to do, we will be able to anchor more light on this planet, because it's the knowledge ultimately that is the light, and us working together as one in cooperation, sharing and growing, expanding one another. So everyone is playing their part. Everyone is playing a role. And for those beings that want more, they want to start healing, they want to connect to this frequency, they can enter the inner circle. That's an option for you if you choose, if spirit guides you there. If not, just show up here and do what showing up here, doing all the things doesn't cost a cent. But my energy, I can't just give my energy away, because then I will fall out of alignment. So these healing tools, the ascension tools, are a part of me, are a part of the blessings that I've worked, that I've struggled for, that I've sacrificed the last 6 years of my life, missed out on really valuable time with my children. And, but it's something that I've come here to do. And this is it. Like, you've come here for a very important reason too. And you just do what you do because you do it. And by healing, you can release the low frequencies that are keeping you limited to experience something more beneficial for you. So you can, that gap, it's like this. So you can not merge with your spiritual self, but gain a deeper connection with your spiritual self, your higher self. So in the old world Antichrist program, humanity are ruled by their lower self. And they're ruled by their lower self because their mind is imbalanced. Their ego is out of whack. And everyone is controlled by this ego. And they're bringing up the 7 deadly sins, right? These houses of ego. Yeah, see, I love that. Like, I'm finding the untruth, false beliefs, as I call them, and healing them has been your focus. And that's what it's all about. It's like, okay, like, I want the truth. I want the truth. I want to know why I'm here. And that's like ultimately been my driving force this whole 6 years. And even when I was initiated through Christ, and I was able to heal all these things at once, and then attune others, and meaning connect to others and transfer the information, this program, onto others so they could heal those things on autopilot at the same time. Like, it was amazing. And at that time, because I was a part of Emotion Code, and what it enabled Emotion Code practitioners to do was release a heart wall all at once and release all these bulk emotions at once. Because if anyone's familiar with that Emotion Code, and if anyone knows any Emotion Code people, do tag them in this. So the way that Emotion Code worked was you would release one emotion at a time. And you would release your heart wall, or you would release clients' heart walls. And what the heart wall was all these negative emotions surrounding the heart, blocking the heart's creativity, right? So when I connected to beings and attuned them, they were able to release that heart wall straight away. So prior to that, a heart wall session, there'd be many heart wall sessions that you would have to do as a healer, right? So back in the day when I was working Emotion Code before my initiation, I would work on clients, and these heart wall sessions, there was a lot of them because beings had a lot of heart walls. And then it's like, oh, is there a hidden heart wall? Oh, yes, there's hidden heart walls. So then you'd have to clear all those heart wall layers. And what happened when I was initiated and found out that I could share this gift with others, where they could release all these trapped emotion, all these different emotional energies by bulk all at once, right? Not releasing one at a time. They were able to release hundreds of shame, hundreds of these trapped emotions, these emotional resonances of shame, of fear, of doubt, of worry, of creative insecurity. They were able to release, instead of just doing one like they used to in the old world way, emotion code style, they were able to release hundreds at once. The heart wall, they could release a heart wall all at once, gone. Their heart wall would disappear through this attunement. I would connect to them, and through this attunement, it would release their heart wall straight away, heart wall gone. Active practitioners that were working on other clients, they were able to release this heart wall in people all at once, like just gone, right? So it was this gift that I gave others, and I was able to transfer this healing program through attunement. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So in the beginning, it was great. And I was able to share this with a lot of emotion code practitioners, and they were able to do this. But the problem was that I kept evolving and expanding, and things, as I was healing and as my collective were healing, we were accessing like more truth. And then I was able to clear all these toxins at once and all these beliefs at once. And myself and my collective and the beings that chose to receive these gifts, they would receive these gifts, and they were able to clear all those things at once. And then, so then this is what Spirit wants me to really go into and explain how this evolution worked, like how this is in the very baby days of the beginning of my initiation. So, and then we were able to clear all these dark force energies. Now that was really difficult when Spirit's like, okay, you've clocked that, you can clear all these emotional energies at once, you can clear all these toxins at once, you can clear all these beliefs at once. Okay, now you're ready for the dark force energies. And that wasn't fun. There was a lot of galactic energies, there was a lot of these stealth energies, there was a lot of reptilian energies, there was a lot of demonic energies, fallen angel energies, there was a lot of these different energetic systems. And these in time I'll make that dark force energy thing available. I think I will make that available, but because there was a lot of these different types of interferences. A lot of energies that I had to learn the hard way. A lot of these energies that were, the word sceptor is coming up, sceptor. These sceptor energies, which were these very, they're just bringing up deception. So I don't know what they're bringing up in relation to that scepter energy, because mind you, this was like 5 years ago. But it was like this energy that was very, not bombarding, but very, the word deception is coming up, because it was something that there was a lot of underlying causes that were keeping those guys, that scepter energy. So kind of like reflective energy, where you think you know something, like you're getting an answer. So bear with me. So there's a lot of energies where beings will ask questions, those beings that are on the self-healing journey, and you'll ask a question and you'll get an answer, a positive answer. So you're like, oh, sweet. Okay, I'm good. But it's actually a scepter, this energy that's actually blocking you from actually getting the truth. So it's not true. It's like there's a lot of deception, and there's a lot of interference and resistance in humans getting the actual truth and the right answer, the answer that's for their highest good. So there's a lot of galactic energies that will block and reflect and will give you a false positive. So So this is all a part of the journey and the healing journey, and you getting to better know yourself, because you need to be able to hang on, let me have some water. This is annoying. This is so annoying. I like that, Thomas. I share from the point of just some guy. So don't use that just. Just some guy with folks I encounter. It's from the point of just some guy, because I share a lot with folks that they don't know. There's so much that people don't know, hey, and it's this interdimensional, and this is where these dimensions come in, right? So at every interdimensional level, so we're looking at the rainbow, right? So we're looking at the first 7 levels of healing to release ourselves from this hell, because everyone is there. Everyone's there. Like, you're there. And those 144, the beings that receive these ascension tools, this ascension program, that information that's transferred onto them so they can do as I have done, to be able to have their cosmic Christ rebirth, to be a container of Christ, to be in resonance with this 144 frequency. And the way that they show it is this sunflower, where everything is in this mathematical proportion. It's this pattern of creation. And that is what we must ascend to be in resonance with, because that's this part of what needs to be done if you wish to be one of the 144, to be this container of Christ, to be a part of this Christ collective. This sunflower is a symbol for this connection and this mathematical frequency, like they're saying mathematical and frequency, where everything is, again, moving with this flow of creation. So now we're going here, there, and everywhere, but this is because there is no straight line of information. This is this cyclistic, this spiral. That's what spirit is, this spiral of information. It's really difficult. This life, very difficult. So again, we're moving back to the blueprint, and we're talking about the ascension tools that need to be received to be able to be one of the 144 and ascend. And anyone can be one of the 144. It just takes you choosing to align your energy with us. Okay. And by you joining us, you are taking that very first step, which is aligning your energy with Christ. And when we speak of Christ, there's 2 ways that the number 1 is the Christ, the K-R-Y-S-T, the Christ. And that's the word, and the description of that is flowing with creation, this crystal spiral, right? So it's a directional energy flow. So you are aligning your energy with myself, with this collective. You're showing up, and you are taking the very first step to flow with creation, to flow with this knowledge of Christ. They're showing the K, the Christ, and they're also showing me how, like, the Christ key. So myself and those beings, those 144, this Christ key, they're showing me this Christ key. So that I'm just seeing the word Christ, like the KR. So it's part of this crystal spiral. I'm not sure what they keep showing me, the K and the, I'm still seeing Christ. I don't know why. So we want to share this. Press that share button, share this on your socials, in communities that are open to this, because I do understand that one of the things that I've been thinking about the last few days was there's only one person, and I'm not talking about my collective, there's only one person that from my old life that I see will like a post. One person. And I just find it very interesting. Like, there is no support from anyone from my old life. They probably think I'm stark raving crazy if they even watch my stuff. But it's funny because a lot of those people I gave and gave and gave and gave, particularly when I was doing my healing session. A lot of these beings were quite happy to take free healing from me. And, and it's very interesting that a lot of the people, everyone from my old life, have turned their back on me. And I understand because the knowledge that I share is really out there. And I'm willing to look like a freak to do what I'm here to do, right? I'm willing to look like a freak. It's like so misunderstood. I've always felt so misjudged, so misunderstood. And yeah, so it's one of those things. But those beings from my old life, and this is it, those beings from your old life, don't look for validation from them at all, because you're here to grow, to evolve, to expand, and they can't come with you. They were and they are lessons for you, for your spiritual growth and development. So everything in the external is an aid for us, for our growth. So not looking for validation, not looking at they're just saying external validation, not looking for external validation because you're not going to get it. Don't compare yourself to those beings outside yourself, because they're not you. And if you're here finding us and you're showing up for these and you're sitting through these live streams, like, you are a freaking diamond in the rough. And they're bringing up this crystal core. They're showing me this crystal core. You are this diamond in the rough, and you're here to do big things. And the very first step of your journey means showing up here and anchoring this light and cooperating, working in cooperation, co-creating with us. Because the more beings that come here and they're operating from love and they want to align with truth and learn how to access their truth, they're just saying seeking and knowing and pushing, those seekers, those beautiful beings that flow with creation, that are heart driven, like that flow from the heart. This is why this whole journey, it's like, well, who do I serve? Like, that's one of the things in all those old coaching programs. They're like, well, who do you serve? I don't know who I serve, because everyone's in separation. Everyone's in different boxes. I'm here to serve those truly unique souls that have come here, those beings that are pure of heart. Like, I don't know how do you tie that down? If anyone can, like, let me know, like, how. And then Spirit says, Nadine, you just speak your truth and you'll find those beings that you're meant to serve. Again, this is free from the realm of separation. And a lot of those coaching programs and a lot of those old world systems, they'll say, okay, but I think right now Spirit's saying it's looking you in the face. You're here to serve the 144,000. But then I say, Spirit, most of the people that connect with this 144,000, they're in deception. They don't know the truth of the 144,000. It's this mind. It's this. It's like this. it's this paradox. Is it paradox, a word where it's like it's this, I don't know if I'm using that correctly, but I'm here to serve the 144,000, but many of the beings that will see this, that claim to be one of the 144,000, they're not in resonance with the knowledge. They're not showing up to actually receive the knowledge and the truth of what the 144,000 is. So yeah, it's like this, it's very, very difficult. So who do I serve? Who do I serve? They're saying serve self. They're saying serve yourself. Serve self. They're saying the self, because that self is that line to the source, to the one, to the truth, to God. Self. So because you are the universe, we are all one. To be able to be one of the 144, to serve humanity, you have to actually serve yourself. So you have to go within and do the inner work to clear the deception, so you can be this ripple. So you can, when you shift the inner world, the external realm is a reflection of that. Okay? And we are here to recognize, to remember who we are as the infinite, as this one eternal mind, who we are as this God source creation, this universe sovereign, this cell of the cosmos, they're saying. So you are the universe, and the way they show me that is this monad. Okay, they're showing me a lot right now. So this is all about being in alignment and being in resonance. And they want me to okay, let me have some water. So it's like, see the monad, the symbol for the monad and who you are. Right, we've got 12 people watching. It's 1:22:22. We've been going for a little while. So I'm here to help you remember who you are and your true self, your spiritual self, by sharing the truth that I've uncovered on this journey, so you can have more concrete knowledge for this alignment that needs to happen within. So they're showing the monad symbol, so the circle with the dot. This is the first step in knowing who you are and what this actually symbol means. So it's your container and your core. So on this 12 tree grid, this, and someone said it before, the 12 strands of DNA. So the 12 strand DNA. So this is about healing the DNA. Okay. And so this is another symbol that Source uses as the God seed lying dormant in this planet. So it's those beings that join us, they are going to get to grow multidimensionally, meaning they become more. This, like a cell, this cell that grows, right? And this is the way that the mind works. So I'm trying to verbalize this in a way that, so this 12 tree grid, this template of creation, this ascension program that I get to transfer to those beings in time, so they can be one of the 144. It's not just okay, so much information right now. So it's this first step, right, of this cell, making the choice. So we have that cross, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, the number 5 is that part of the journey of the mind, of the consciousness, where the mind receives healing. So we've gone through those 4 steps. The 4th step on the other side is earth and the chambers of the heart, right? Aligning your heart with the earth. Number 5 is this mind and balancing the subconscious, the conscious, the unconscious, and with that little ego in the middle that holds all those 3, we bring that back into alignment, right? So that's a part of this ascension program and what needs to be done. There's so many different things entailed within this blueprint and things that need to be healed on to be able to unlock this higher consciousness, Christ, into your life, to contain Christ. So this is that symbol of mind, the conscious, the unconscious, the subconscious. But this is this symbol, the 3 circles, right? So this is what number 1, we started off with that cell, just that monad, that God seed, right? That everyone is a cell of creation. And then we're moving on to that 5th step where we've got the 3 circles. So this is about growing. And then when we move to so when we heal the rainbow, we dig our way out of the 7 levels of hell, and we contain all of those rays, right? The spectrum, right? So we've dug ourselves out. We have that, we've unlocked those interdimensional gateways, those 7 levels to contain the rainbow, to be the rays. This is all part of the rainbow rays as well. There's so many different things, prophecies out there. This is what we're doing. They're all in separation in different ways. This is like the truth and the way from the one, bringing all those different truths from different systems and releasing the deception to tune into the truth of actually what is happening and how this is happening, like how this has actually happened. So the 7th step relates to the rainbow and the rays and containing, like having done all the work to heal, to release all those things, all those galactic energies, Anunnaki, reptilian, all those guys and all the things that they use to keep humanity down. So we move on to the 8th step, which the 8 is this number 1, the infinite, right? This creation, this motion of creation, this motion of energy, past, present, future, with the core in the center. Again, that anchor point of the heart, and that sacred geometry that relates to that particular rung on the blueprint is the seed of life. So thinking about the circles within that. So it's about growing multidimensionally. So Spirit wants you to see the growth. This is all about growing multidimensionally. This isn't about saying I'm one of the 144. Okay, hang on. When's Jesus going to come down off the cloud? No, this is about you taking action, saying I want the truth. I want to heal my vessel to contain the light. I want to release the darkness to be free of this dark system that the devil has created through this deception, this distraction, this. I just want to know. I want to do the inner work. I want to heal to unknow. Oh, that's so funny. To unknow, right? To unknow. That's funny. To know the truth of creation and the way that God intends this to roll out. So 8 relates to the seed of life, and so every step of the 12 tree grid is it's like a ladder, because they keep saying rungs. Like, is that how rungs on a ladder? Rung. Is that am I pronouncing it right? Rung? They keep saying rungs, like the rungs, like the steps of the ladder. And again, they're showing me the DNA and the 12 steps. So this ladder that's twisted looks like a DNA, right? So it's like the divine blueprint is contained within all, but it takes a very specific way. And this healing to be able to release the old, to step into the new, to actually grow multidimensionally. We have a lot of beings that are going on about the 5D, the 5D, the 5D, the 5D, the 5D. The 5D is still very much in that trap. Okay, so we spoke about the tree of life, the Kabbalah or whatever it is, and how that's just showing the trap, right? That's just very limited, and it's actually this Yahweh's trap, this Satan's trap, because there is 12 rungs to this freaking ladder. Okay, and if you're going to keep fixed on old ways, you're going to stay fixed there. Okay, you're not going nowhere, right? This is the time of knowing. This is the time of doing, taking action, pushing, seeking, questioning, not just taking things for granted and just like accepting things for the way that they were, or accepting information. There's a lot of beings who just accept a lot of stuff and they look past all the red flags. Bible, right? Like all the red flags of that Bible and that jealous God and the blood sacrifices that God of the Bible, like what? Right? That is not Christ. That is a massive deception. That is a massive red flag. How can people look past that? It's crazy. And God of the Bible is like, I am the only God and I'm a jealous God. And why would the God source of the light creation be jealous? Red flag, right? Massive red flag. So Yeshua shared some truths. Many were twisted, many were distorted. So he has returned again, sporting this female vessel, and here to take off where he left off, right? And so now is the time that we need to be sharing this, because we need to find those beings who think outside the box like us. We need to give them the option to choose to align with this Christ frequency so they can know the truth and see where they've been led astray. And everyone has this is everyone's birthright, but it takes choosing, and it takes aligning, and it takes showing up for oneself. The self is the way to source. Through the self is the way to source. It's not anything out there. Like, I'm not going to personally save you because I'm not willing to take that on. No way. This has been hell. This is still hell. Like yesterday, I felt so bad. Emotionally, so much angst within, so much hopelessness. I felt hopeless. I felt helpless. I'm like, what the? And I have to feel that way to be able to continue on healing and access that lesson from spirit, the angle that I need to heal on for myself and the collective to keep us rising. So I'm here to really share the knowledge, to join forces with those divine infinite beings, those beings that think outside the box, because this is all about knowledge. Because the one eternal mind is thought. That is how everything has been created. Thought and action. Okay? Thought and taking action. So everything is the way that it is for a reason. This is like this amazing, just virtual reality video game. That actual virtual reality system, video games, is a reflection of the divine mind. and how the divine mind works. So we get to choose our experience now. It's not going to come easy, but nothing does come. It's like you're going to suffer even more so by not aligning with Christ. And to go against Christ, to go against the one, the God of light, the truth, that's going to, that's going to hurt you, because it's like you are siding with the devil. You're siding with the darkness. All those satanic sects and everything like that, it's very limited. Everything that they did, it's so limited. All those black magicians casting against the true chosen, they're going to suffer. But it's all of those guys and all of us working all together that's creating this. So there is no good and bad, light and dark, because it's all just creation. It's all just this angle of creation, creating a certain reality. So it's up to us to heal, to release the deception, to tune deeper into our truth, so we can escape that mental enslavement system, that reality that has been created to enslave the minds. Just so much information is coming through. It's really annoying. I don't know. So again, they're bringing up who I serve. Again, they're bringing up the word serve. So it's each of our responsibilities to show up, to serve, and we show up for ourselves. The beings that aren't for this journey will not show up. There's a lot of beings that want things for free. They just want a quick, I don't know, they just want to do something. So they're bringing up this black magic and these beings that they do deals with the devil to get what they want. Back in the Bible days, they'll sacrifice, do these blood sacrifices, animal sacrifices. Okay, red flag. But anyway, they'll do that to get something. So that's Satan. That's the devil. They're saying the master trickster, the master deceiver. We have all those beings that who know the truth of who the God of the Bible is, and we call them these Satanists, right? Where they're actually closer to the truth because they're actually going straight to that creator. They're not worshipping it. This is hard, but it's like this Yahweh. And a lot of people, a lot of good souls, beautiful souls who have been tricked, and they worship that so basically, the more alignment you are with truth, the more power, right? So that's what they're saying. So what we have is this system of religion where beings are worshipping outside themselves, worshipping these idols, worshipping this God. It doesn't matter what God, if you're worshipping something outside yourself, you are feeding this old system. You are feeding this dark system. It doesn't matter who you pray to. If you're praying outside yourself, You're praying to something outside yourself. You are doing deals with demons to get something, right? If you're doing that, you are feeding this system. You are a part of that system. You're fixed in that system. But now is the time where the one is returned and saying, okay, this is how it works. This is the truth. This is what's happened. This is what's happening. It's up to us to unify, to connect as one, to be able to anchor this truth so you can access power, so you can reclaim your truth, your power, so you can walk this path of ascension, so you can be in resonance with the one, with spirit. Those beings. So they're bringing me back to the logo, the circle with that. So what they've been showing me is myself in this triangular bit of the logo, and showing me the dark and the light forces either side. So my army, right? Our army of light and dark forces, spirit. So if anyone tries to cast against myself or my collective, it's going to bite them on the ass. So this comes down to the heart and how one operates. So if you are joining us or if you are casting against us, it's all about your heart. Your heart is pure. If your heart isn't pure, if you're coming here with ulterior motives or you're coming here casting darkness, it's just going to bounce back and get you. Because I'm here to just share truth and help people. I'm just here to help people see how amazing they are. I'm here to help people see how divine they are, to reclaim themselves, to release the darkness, to release the denseness, to release those low frequencies that keep you in this low experience, attracting all that crap to you, right? I'm here to give you guys the healing tools if you choose, and you must choose it. You must show spirit, hey, I'm going to invest in myself. When you give, you receive. This is all about you showing up for yourself and investing in yourself. I've invested in myself by just pushing through, no matter how crazy I seem to others, and just sharing this journey. So you can check out my Facebook page. There's, I think, so much of the journey on there as well, through video content. And yeah, like I said, like the funny thing is, like, one person that I'll see from my old life that will like some posts that I share, and it surprises me. I'm like, wow, okay. But it also shows me that a lot of the people that I gave all my time and energy to in the past, they're not supporting. They were only with me back then, or it's like, you need to see how truly amazing you are. And people in your external, there's going to be a lot that don't support you. And that, I'm just seeing the number 9 for some reason, 90. I don't know why they're making me look at that. Anyway, but at the same time, the paradox is, it is a reflection of you. So it's 144, 14444 now. So everything external to you is a tool for your spiritual growth, for your spiritual evolution. And so we need to just look at things at a different angle and not look at them like, oh, everyone thinks I'm crazy. Everyone thinks I'm this. Or, I'm just going to stop doing what I'm doing because everyone thinks I'm freaking nuts, right? It's about you doing you following your heart, following your passion, your purpose, and really showing up for yourself, investing in yourself. That is when you receive these blessings. Like the healing program in the inner circle is the very first step. And it's a frequency that you choose to. You're like, okay, I choose to invest in myself. Like, cancel your Netflix subscription or something and join, like, it's like, I choose myself, like, shift some things around and actually invest in yourself and start to heal with us. And because this is the law of one, this is energy exchange, working in alignment with the one. This isn't about giving until we are so empty and they're just saying taken from. This is about where givers connect and work in this this balance. Because it's those beings in the inner circle that are enabling me to show up here every week and share the latest, the frequency that I'm at. If it wasn't for them, I'm not sure I'd be able to show up in this way. Because we are working together as one. We are healing. We are the 144 in that space, healing. And it's like we've gone through our whole lives just being these beautiful beings, giving, and really over giving to everyone and putting ourselves last. And by you doing that, you're not choosing yourself. Because again, they're saying yourself is the way to source. You're healing yourself is the way to heal the reality, that external realm, to be the ripple. So we get gifted by spirit these blessings. We earn these blessings by showing up for ourselves. So by you guys showing up to these free streams, you're showing up. We as a collective will be rewarded, because this is all about expanding the collective consciousness. Because think about that reality outside yourself, that external realm, and where people are consciously. It's a very, very sad, dark place where fear rules, where beings just wear these masks and they scam people, right? And they just regurgitate old world things to get the masses, because the masses are like, yep, I resonate with that. Bang, 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 bang. All these 5D new earth type things that they prey on these beings, these divine infinite beings, and they keep them attached to such a low frequency. And they're not doing that on purpose. They're doing that because that's what they're meant to do. That's everything that's happening right now is happening because of where people reside consciously. And it illuminates the mental trap, the mental enslavement system that beings are under. Everyone is doing the very best that they can. So I'm not discounting those beings that talk about the Galactic Federation and stuff like that, because the Galactic Federations are puppets of the darkness, and it encourages people to wait for something outside themselves, to go outside themselves, to follow this leader and hear what this leader has to say, what the Galactic Federation is going to do next, or what this 5D. So this is the Christ, where Christ encourages you to go within, to go with your heart and to heal, to release the deception, to tune into deeper truth, because yourself is the way to source. Again, they're bringing that up again. Yourself is the way to source. So you are this creator. You are this divine mind. But right now, the information contained within is not doing you a good, is not a service to you. I'm just saying is not serving you. On this journey, I've been taken to different teachers that talk about 5D, that talk about the Galactic Federation. That was very early on in the journey. And in my ascension, grew out of that and saw the deception that they were sharing. They weren't doing it intentionally. They're just doing it because where they are consciously. Everyone is playing a role. There is no good and bad. It just is. And we have these beings who operate for the dark because they are puppets of the darkness. But our growth comes through those dark deeds that we've, you know what I mean? So it's like this, everything is happening in our life for a reason. So it's up to us to learn how to operate from spirit, from this spiritual point of view, so we can use anything that comes into our field to serve us for our growth, and not be a slave to what those frequencies bring us. So what we have is healing is the key. Healing is the key. Should see all the ants. I've got ants everywhere now. Cooperation. So I started to, they're bringing up the key again in relation to the blueprint. So this was something that I was blessed when on the part of the journey where I had gone into, like uncovered the blueprint, and I moved into this like Ascended Masters lounge. It was really, really weird, where there were other Ascended Masters there. And I was like, hey guys, but then I kept moving. And that's when I received the key, where I balanced this, the saying Sophia. We have Sophia, which is the symbol of the pi or phi, or however the hell you say it, which is it it's the golden ratio, or that Fibonacci, this spiral of the physical. So that's the number 10 step, Sophia. The phi. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I should look how to pronounce it. But it's that spiral of the physical and the creation of this physical. So it's this physical, this so what I'm just saying is that Da Vinci, the Fibonacci, and the body, and how it all relates to that golden ratio and this physical vessel and this physical world and the growth of plants, and that spiral that Fibonacci sequence can be found in, right? So Sophia, the feminine, because Sophia, ultimately, she is the one that created the being that created the physical realm. So what we're doing here, and when those beings join us on this ascension program, when they receive this attunement from the one, they will slightly, it's like this mathematical pattern, but this readjustment, realignment to sort of, it's this energetic alignment to the one. So what we have is beings in Satan's trap. They're not even on the red spot of the blueprint yet, because, well, everyone is basically. That red symbols hell, survival, that red, the ego, the blood, the physical body, blood. And then saying the blood of Christ, another red flag, right? the blood of Christ. Anyway, so so this is a long one, but it's needed. So number 10, the 10 spot of that 12 tree grid is Sophia. Number 11, the 11th step of that 12 tree grid is the Stargate, is the PI. So I'm not sure what exactly PI and mathematical, I was in the lowest class in maths, right? So phi, pi, I don't know what, but they are those 10 and 11 of that 12 tree grid. So then we move into 12, which was Christos and the masculine. So we have the feminine on number 10, then we have the masculine, number 12. But see, they're very separate. We've got the female here, we've got the feminine here, Sophia, then we have Christos up here. So still in separation. So this is a returning to wholeness, this journey. And even the 144,000, there's a lot of separation in that number, right? Because mathematically, when we're returning to 1, that number turns into 9. 9 is the number of spirit, and 9 is the containment of 369. Okay, so this is all about returning to wholeness, being spiritually whole. And I've had to be taken through this journey. I know this because I've done this, and this cannot be found anywhere else but through me and the knowledge that I share. And again, me is very that sounds very separate, doesn't it? Me, because this is all about we, and we are rewarded by just showing up, and I just share what I know, like what I know for a fact, because I've been taken that way. I've remembered. And so there's a lot of beings out there wearing masks who will say that there's something that they're not. You know, I am Jesus, I am Zeus, I am whatever. But they are attaching to something outside themselves, this idol, and their energy is being fed to that dark system. So what you need to know, what all those beings need to know, is you're the one. Like, you are freaking everything. By you attaching to this mask, to this label, to this separation, you are surrendering and giving away your divinity. You are saying, okay, have it. It's like, I'm just seeing dispelled, like it's like it's just like, just energy lost. So you need to know that you are the one. The self is the way to source, and to begin this journey, you must heal. This is all about energy, frequency, vibration, truth. The pattern, they're saying mathematics, but they're saying the pattern of creation, patterns of creation. This returning home to one, this wholeness. Because what is the one? The one is also that. So on this journey, part of that 12 tree grid was moving through that soul trap. And to do that, I had to connect to all those archons, all those planets, to be able to embody that, to be able to exit this soul trap, this solar system, to move through the sun, that physical sun, to keep moving en route to that spiritual sun. So it's been a crazy ass journey, and there's so much stuff that I've had to do, and it's this thing where I've just had to work. And even when I get a day off, there's stuff happening internally where spirit's like, okay, all right, just look after your house, like do some washing, do a spring clean, whatever. Like, even when I have a day off, it's not a day off because I'm having to make shifts and on that external and my abode, they're saying my abode, my home, to be able to, so does anyone get that? Like when you've done your healing, all of a sudden there's certain things that are just like, oh, you know, like you want to do some house cleaning, some spring cleaning. I don't know, on this journey, I don't know how many trips to the op shop I've done. It is just crazy because certain things I can't stand it anymore. Or I can't stand the placement of where something is. And then I do like a massive spring clean and I'm reordering, and it's like, oh, that feels good. Yeah, like that's one of the things that I find funny. And I do like when I get a break sometimes where I get to create order at home because I'm a homebody. Like I'm a freaking hermit. Like I'm a bloody hermit. So it is important for me to have order sometimes, but when I'm doing a lot of healing and a lot of work, like working 12, 14-hour days coding and like receiving lessons and all that sort of stuff, it can get very dark. And when there's clutter in my external reality, it just can drive me nuts. But at that time, I'm doing a lot of work and it's affecting me emotionally, mentally, physically. You know, so I do like when, yeah, but anyway, so basically it's been 6 years of work because even when I get a break and I'm creating order, it's still kind of work, but it feels good. It feels better because I'm blabbering. And I just want to say, guys, I love all the comments in the YouTube and I'm just not having time to look through them. Sorry. I'm going to take a moment. And I love the conversation. That's what it's all about, us creating these neural pathways. So you are a neuron. We are all these neurons, and it's about creating these pathways because this is how we're going to anchor light even more effectively, because this is the one eternal mind. You are a neuron. Again, they're bringing up the seed, right? You are a neuron. And it's about creating those connections to beings that are, again, on this mission. And and I have to see these patterns and put these puzzles together so we can collectively grow as well. So it's beautiful that I'm seeing that you guys connecting and sharing and supporting one another, because that's what it's all about. We're here to support one another because we haven't been supported in our lives, and we've actually been cast aside by many, and it's hard being a deep thinker, like having these thoughts. You know, it's difficult being such a deep thinker. It's hard being this introvert in this society where everyone's wearing masks and everyone's just wearing these masks to be accepted. All right. They're bringing up the mainstream. You know, we have all these beings who are wearing these masks and they're preaching this stuff because it's more accepted. People just accept this stuff. So on a collective level, they have huge followings because it's like it's fixed in beliefs. And I'm just trying to there's just saying mainstream, like mainstream. We're not mainstream, you know, and it's really hard because we see these people wearing masks and aligned to these things that are so obviously deceptions. Like these deceptions, we see these beings that are fixed in these deceptive programs, but again, it's like, but they're in these deceptive programs because they just want to be accepted. At the end of the day, we want to be accepted, you know, and there's so many beings that just follow the pack because they want to be accepted, they want to be liked, they want to be loved. And it's very hard when you're going against the grain, when you're going against all these dark programs, and it's hard. It's like, it's been a very hard, lonely journey. And if it wasn't for the 144, those beings that have helped me uncover this, if it wasn't for them, I don't know where I'd be. I wouldn't be here, because I would have to go and get a job, right? So this is why supporting myself in this inner circle, like, I'm so grateful for those beings that do that, because you're enabling me to keep doing this. Because if I can't make money, I'm going back and I'm getting a job in aged care or retail, and I'm not doing this, right? So but everything is divine, and everything is like that's not going to happen, because I'm not a quitter. I don't give up. And for us to keep getting this amazing information, those beings that support in the inner circle are supporting me. They're supporting the one. When I say the one, like you, they're in a, yeah, it's this just this community where we're all doing it, we're all healing ourselves, and we're all doing it in this protective bubble, this divine protection. And that doesn't mean that when you join it's going to be rainbows and butterflies. No, it just means that you're releasing the old to step into the new. And those beings in there that are doing that, because we're all in such a high frequency and we're using the healing tools, we're healing all these frequencies within us. This is where we're able to receive more sacred knowledge, more clarity, more truth. So in the members stream, the knowledge in those secret streams is a lot more so deep, like inner, like a depth of knowledge. The knowledge that, and the stuff that comes through here, it's another level in the inner circle, because we're all healing and working as one, and we get a lot more depth from spirit. Here is very deep too, right? But it's because of those guys that I can show up here and do these long ass streams. So we've been going for over 2 hours now, and my battery just came up low battery. So I'm so grateful to those beings that are in the inner circle. And it's this test from spirit. Are you going to invest in yourself? Are you going to support this mission and in return support yourself? The free streams, the inner circle, in time, the ascension program, it's all a test from spirit to see if you're willing, what you're willing to do, if you're willing to show up. Because those beings that aren't willing to show up, they're not going to be blessed. And God help those beings that are casting against myself and my collective here. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you're going to cast out a darkness, that darkness is going to bite you on the ass. And this is where this judgment comes in, this divine judgment. We spoke about that last week. So I'm here to find those pure hearts who are just willing to show up and learn who they are. The self is the way to source. So they're just showing help. So I'm just here to help. And I know if you're watching this, you're probably a helper too, and you really want to, you see beings, you really connect with their source, right? So this is why you get so used and abused, because you have this connection with beings where you can connect with anyone, because you connect with them on that source level. And that's why you get so hurt. And that's why you've been so hurt. because of who you are and how you connect to beings on that deep, deep level, and you really want to help them, and you really want to share knowledge with them to help them grow, to help them illuminate, to help them see things from a higher perspective, just to help them in their life in general. So, but because you're not healing, you're not operating in alignment with your highest timeline, your highest self, your highest potential. So healing is the key here, and really creating those energetic boundaries, that protection that you need, and understanding how to operate. So it's about, to help those people, you need to go within yourself and heal. That's how you help those people. That's how you help humanity. Serving yourself to serve the one, to serve humanity, to step into your creator status. So in time, I look forward to those spiritual leaders, those healers, those light workers that find this. If you do know any healers, light workers, whatever, tag them in this, share this with them. The beings that are meant to, they will find us and they will assist. So this is about reaching the masses. So we need all those beautiful light workers, those shadow workers, those beings that are helpers, healers, doing their bit, like all those different healing systems, or different, it takes beings from all types. But if we can reach the light workers, the healers, the leaders, this is how we really light this world up. So it's going to be a gradual process, but the most important thing is you. And I'm just blessed that you are here watching this, and that you are anchoring this, that you are supporting this. Show your support by sharing this, by liking this, by pushing the algorithm. We need to get this mainstream. The more beings in the collective that anchor this knowledge, the lighter the load will be for us. Okay, because this is what it's all about: expanding, assisting the collective, this collective awakening. The knowledge is the key to this. We need to blast through all those old, outdated systems. The more beings that have those aha moments, that join us, that see this knowledge, that have those aha moments and make those connections. Because again, this is like a neural pathway, right? It's like the more, because there's beings that are in these systems that haven't received this knowledge, that haven't seen it from this perspective. And if they see it from a slight different perspective, everything that they've learnt in their life will align. It will be this like energetic alignment. That's what they're showing me, like this aha moment, where it's like they're just showing me this readjustment, right? Where certain things that have happened in their lives, certain things that they've learnt will come together, and they'll be like, oh. So I'm here to bridge the gap and share from creation, consciousness, Christ, the one, the source, this knowledge, so beings can, it's like, awaken from this dream. And the more beings that can awaken from this dream and raise their level of consciousness, and they do this just by showing up and receiving the knowledge and making connections on their own, putting their own personal puzzle together. Yeah, this is what is needed. This is what we have to do. And it just starts with the knowledge. And like Spirit always says, the knowledge is the light of Christ. Showing up here, anchoring the light, it's anchoring the knowledge of Christ, the truth. They're saying the seekers of the Holy Grail, those beings that have been seekers, seeking, questioning, just wondering, like, how does life work? How does creation work? Why am I here? Like, what, like, this is the awakening, seeing things from a higher perspective and getting the ability to grow multidimensionally, like to exit the old world system, the antichrist system, to be in alignment with Christ, to contain Christ. to return to the divine. Like, you are a fallen angel, and now is the time that you get the ascension program. Well, not now. In time, there will be, in time, I'm getting that there will be a call for those beings that are ready to receive this. But we're not there yet. So we need to build this, to build our collective frequency before spirit will even let me share that ascension program. So number one thing is showing up here every week to these free lives. If you can't catch the live, watch the replay. I know they're very long, just break it up into a few bits, but make sure you show up for yourself, because there's the beginning to the end of these videos are spiritual activations, spiritual awakenings, these seeds of illumination. And there's so many different angles in which I have to share, because this is multidimensional, this is infinite. This has to serve everyone that it's meant for. That's why it's like spirit doesn't, like, I've never been able to figure out who I serve, like what group of people I serve, because it's like, you're here to just show up and shine, and whoever is meant for this will join, because this is a multidimensional thing where there's beings from all different pockets of the matrix, all different separation programs. It just depends if they're open enough and if they've come for this, if God illuminates them to be able to follow this path. You know, this is a rollout, and this is all just, this journey is, you are who you are. Are you ready to discover more of who you are? Are you ready to heal, to see how truly amazing you are? And stop stop doubting yourself, and just love yourself and give to yourself, and release the darkness, release the denseness, release the things that control you, that control your mind, your thoughts, that create this shitty experience. Like, it's time to use all that crap that's thrown at us to be able to set us free. So my laptop's died again. Like, that happened last week. So I'm going to get going now. And it was just so amazing to see you. And thank you so much for all of your input in the comments. I'm going to enjoy reading that. So those that have found us, those that choose, this is this beginning of divine revelations for collective awakening, for our, I've still got some water there, that's good, hang on, because I just hit the wall in. So if you feel you were one of the 144, you just may be. If you're showing up here, and I have no idea what is in store, and this is part of the frustration, but part of the wonder of this journey. I don't get a step-by-step play because of the future, because I have to be anchored in the now moment, in this access point. Joining and just showing up and joining you guys in the now moment. If you haven't seen the past live streams, you can watch them in descending order and watch the growth and the knowledge, the power of the knowledge that comes through. The more that join us, the more power, the more clarity we will have collectively. And that's just the way that it is. We have to earn it. And for this ascension program to be released, we just have to do what we're told to do by spirit, and we have to earn it. We have to show up for ourselves. We have to just be who you are, and be authentic. Just be freaking authentic. because everything that you are is amazing, and you're in your own way. It's all these dark systems and programs and beliefs that are blocking you from seeing how truly worthy you are, how truly valuable you are, how truly magical you are, how you are God. So love you guys, love and blessings, and I will see you all next week. Okay, bye.